Hmm. Welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. We're finding peace together. The 71st live stream. Each morning we get together and feel peace together now. And today we're going to talk about something pretty darn important. And we're going to define terms, and it may just change how you think about this word. But first, please, if this live stream serves you, please share it with your friends. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. Let me know how I can be of more service to you. And if you are interested in exploring core transformation and the parts concept or anything else that I can help you with, please message me via these apps. I'm happy to answer questions and let you know what I have to offer. So let me show you one of my favorite pieces of art. I'm going to do my best not to get it. So this is it. And I remember the day that I got it. Because it was, and I just looked, it was over 11 years ago. And this art was lying on a blanket next to a sidewalk. It was around a bunch of highfalutin artists with their stuff hung on really nice backboards with tents over them, and that they wanted $400 and $500 for their big canvases. But this was a guy who was laying out his art on a blanket. He told me that he was actually staying on people's couches there in Denver, not doing so well. But what did he do? He got some pieces of plastic, a couple of pens, gold and silver. He made art. And it's art that I've cherished for over 11 years. I paid $20 for it. So whatever happened in DB's past was much less important than what he did to create art. And I have bought several paintings from folks that they've just gone to the dollar store and bought canvases and used all manner of paints in order to create their art. And it's something that I enjoy very much. Now, some folks might consider these people a failure, but I spent 10, $20 to have and cherish the art that they create. I live in a small town in Florida, and there's a beloved gal in town who did run a pretty popular restaurant. But COVID happened, and the restaurant closed. She loves to cook. She loves to make people happy with food. So it might be considered a failure that her restaurant closed, but what did she do? She started, because COVID made commercial kitchens available, she started renting space for short periods of time in commercial kitchens and making and delivering meals to people who couldn't get out to restaurants because they were closed, or because they, for some reason, could not cook for themselves. You could see that the restaurant closing was a failure, but what she loved to do was to cook and to make people happy with her food. 20, 30 meals each evening she would cook up and deliver with friends. Failure or something else? Got another friend. She hates, literally hates to see an animal suffer. And she started feeding a cat in the neighborhood that looked like it was pregnant. A little while later, actually, the cat would come and eat every evening. And then suddenly the cat didn't show up anymore. She was frightened. She was afraid that she had failed and that maybe the cat had not survived. And then one day, she was looking out the window, and the mama cat brought several kittens to show them where there was food to eat. She gave each a name. I remember a couple, Pantaloon, which is pants, and Domino, and there were several others. And so suddenly she went from being concerned that she was a failure to having even more cat mouths to feed. Well, these cats started growing up, and she started hearing the telltale signs that there would be more cats on the way. And she thought maybe this was a failure because she really could not support a second litter of cats. She needed to find something else to do. She reached out. She asked for help from organizations, from people, and just in the nick of time, I think it's the Northern Colorado Feral Cat Association helped her trap all those cats, except one, and take them to have them neutered and their ears clipped. And now, even her neighbors are excited about the cats in the neighborhood keeping down the mice population in her small town. What may have been considered a failure or even too much success that led to failure allowed her not to feel failure, but to rise, get up, and do something else. And that's the thread for each of these stories. That artist, couple of pens, pieces of plastic, art. A restaurateur, doing what she loves, even in tough times. Cats living healthy lives in a small town. Each of those could have been considered a failure, and they led to just the next step in what is called the bridge of incidence, from where we are to where we desire to be. So how do we use this practically? If we are thinking about that somehow we are a failure because of this experience or that thought or this incident, let's redefine that. Failure is not falling down. Failure is staying down. We can stand up, even if it's in small ways, small pieces of plastic and a couple of pens, making meals for friends, helping a nonprofit organization catch cats and help them to live healthy lives. So even if our step from getting up is small, it is no longer failure. It is success. I do hope this serves you. It's very difficult to feel the peace in, around, and throughout when we're feeling like we have failed. So now I invite you to feel the peace that is in, around, and throughout all. The peace that will allow you today to stand up and do something different today. It's the peace that's in, around, and throughout. Doesn't have anything to do with space or time or religion or spirit or anything else. It's just the peace that's here now. And as you encounter situations and people in your day, I invite you to meet them from this peace, because it's always available. There is no need to go out and be a part of anything that is thought of as failure. When we operate, choose from this peace, good things happen. Again, I hope this serves you. Hit the like button, subscribe, message me if I can be of any service. And I will talk with you tomorrow.